Okay, welcome back, folks. We're going to look at transposition part 2. This time we're going to look at instruments that are higher in pitch than normal concert pitch. So in this case we're looking at trumpet in D. The last couple we've looked at have been an instrument in B flat and an instrument in A. In this case we're looking at trumpet in D. So let's just revise what that means. So a trumpet that is, or an instrument that is in a key, what that means is that when it plays a C, it actually sounds like the key that's noted on the score. So in this case, trumpet in D, when a trumpet plays a C, it sounds like a D. So it sounds a tone higher. That means everything that a trumpet plays sounds a tone higher than the concert pitch instruments. So if the trumpet plays this melody down here, the concert pitch instrument of a piano, it's going to sound a full tone higher. So in this case, we're going to transpose this piece of music here so that the trumpet is playing the same melody in unison with the piano. So remember, we've used the word compensating. So in this case, for the trumpet to sound like it's in concert pitch, it needs to constipate, that wouldn't be very good. It needs to compensate for the fact that it's a tone higher. So to compensate for an instrument that's a tone higher, we have to take it down a tone from the concert pitch instruments. So let's have a look firstly at the key. If we look at the key of the piano here, we've got a couple of things that give away what key it's in. Firstly, there's an F sharp in the key signature. We've got a G starting on a G. We've got a G major arpeggio, G, B and D. So it's probably the key of G. In fact, yes it is, the key of G major. So now the trumpet has to compensate by making itself sound one tone lower, because it already sounds one tone higher. So we've got to even out that imbalance. So one tone lower than the key of G would be the key of F. So let's transpose the score, and that's exactly what we get, the key of F major, which is the B flat. Now we go through the same process again. Every note must be written a tone lower than the concert pitch instrument to compensate for the fact that it sounds a tone higher. So first note there is a G on the piano. So the first note we're going to put on the trumpet has to be a tone lower to make it sound in concert pitch. Tone lower than G is an F. Now we already saw that we had a G major arpeggio, the first three notes, so we're going to do the next three. It's quite simple. An F, A, and C. All three notes are exactly a tone lower than these. A G, an F, a B to an A D to a C. And again, we'll move back to the B, which a tone lower for the trumpet in D is an A. The C, a tone lower than the C, is a B flat, which we've got the B flat in the key signature, so we know we're on the right track. Tone lower than the B is an A. And then lastly, the A, a tone lower than the A is a G. Oh, I've done a semi-breve there. We'll make that a minim. And there's our G. And once again, you'll hear that now that even though they're playing different notes in different keys, they sound in unison. And that's because we've transposed the score. Okay, let's just run through that again. Trumpet in D, it sounds naturally one tone higher than the piano or any concert pitch instrument. So to compensate for that fact, we write it down one tone or one tone lower than the concert pitch instrument to make it sound the same. So now on the piano, playing a G, trumpet in D, when it plays an F, it sounds just like the G because it sounds one tone higher. So that's transposing for instruments higher than concert pitch.